Hi everyone, good evening. Guys, we'll wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll start with the session. Okay, very less strength till now. Still, I guess it's fine. Let me share the quiz link. Please take the quiz and then we will move on to the session. Yeah, guys, I've shared the quiz on the chat. Please take this. Please take the quiz. You have another 5 minutes and then we'll move on to topic for the day. Guys, you have another 2 more minutes. Try completing it if you have not. I'm sharing the link again. Anyone who has joined late, please complete the quiz. All right, I think let's discuss the answers. So give me a minute. I'll share my screen. Okay, so let's look at the questions one by one. What is the primary purpose of a dashboard in Power BI? So to visually summarize key insights and metrics in an interactive format, right? Metrics are nothing but numbers or KPIs according to the next question. To visually summarize the charts and the metrics in an interactive format is the work of a dashboard. What does KPI stand for in Power BI? KPI is key performance indicator or key performance indicators. So the full form of KPI is this key performance indicator. Right. What is the correct syntax for the if function with and in DAX? It's option A. If and will give the condition 1, condition 2, and then value of true, value of false. This will work with the if and function. What is the key difference between a report and a dashboard in Power BI? So a dashboard is a single page summary, while a report can have multiple pages, right? Usually dashboard would be considered as a single page. Whatever we do on one page is considered as a dashboard. Whereas if you talk about the report, it's something that would be in multiple pages and it will have detailed visuals and so. Which of the following is an example of if and in Power BI? Yeah. Option A. See, option D also might look very similar, but if you have a look in this, the first one is not a condition. It's only a column. We are mentioning revenue, but we are not mentioning what is the case. However, in the first one, we are mentioning the case where sales is revenue is greater than 50,000 and profit is greater than 10,000. So this is the solution for the last one. I hope you all have understood this. Guys, in today's session, we would actually be giving you a continuation. Whatever we did yesterday, it will be a continuation of that. And we will focus on dashboard building. We just did some data analysis yesterday. We'll do a few more data analysis with the help of DAX, and finally, we'll be creating the dashboard also. So I'll open this. I hope you guys have this. Please open the file what we worked with yesterday. Please open that file, and I assume you all have these 3 columns what we created: on time delivery, in full delivery and on time in full delivery. So please open this Power BI file, everyone, and we will be working on that. I'll give you one more minute. Please open the Power BI file and let me know once you have this. You can just let me know. How about others? Have you all opened this Power BI file? Okay, I hope you all have this. I'll quickly show you the, maybe we'll discuss the formulas for a minute. So orders, we'll talk about on-time delivery. We use this formula, right? On-time delivery is equal to, we'll be using if condition. If the agreed delivery date and actual delivery date are matching, which is equal to, then we will be using 1, else you will be using 0. For in full delivery, the order quantity should be equal to the delivery quantity. If this is matching 1, else 0. Finally, for on time in full delivery, OTIF delivery, we are using and with if on time delivery should be 1, in full delivery should be 1, then it is 1 and 0. So this is how we'll be working on creating the 3 different columns. Right, this is what we have done in the previous class. Today's class, what we will do is, if you remember, we had a few values, right? We had, I think it's missing out somewhere. No issues. Maybe I'll write it again. We had a few values, something like this: on time delivery percentage, in full delivery percentage, on time in full OTIF delivery percentage. Fourth one is total number of orders. After this, we had 5, 6, and 7, which I'll be writing it later. I'll explain to you what is this 5th, 6th, and 7th point. Let's work on this on-time delivery and in full delivery percentage. Now, how we would be calculating the, okay, someone has shared it in the chat. Thank you. So how we would be calculating the percentage is this. See, I'll quickly open a blank Excel and let me tell you how we can work on this. Now, any idea how can we calculate this percentage? See, we have the column on-time delivery. How? What is the formula for us to calculate the on-time delivery percentage? Any idea, anyone? Not divide by 100. We cannot directly divide it by 100. So if out of 10 orders, 8 orders were delivered on time, what is the percentage? I'm giving you an example. Let's say out of 10 orders, 8 orders were delivered on time. So what is the on-time delivery percentage? And how did you achieve this number? How did you get this 80%? What formula you used? Okay, 8 divided by 10 into 100 is something that I would like you to keep it aside. When you're using any tool like Excel or Power BI or Python or any tool, you will not be using this into 100. Right? Into 100 is something we have learned during our school days, so that when we are doing it in pen and paper, you get the percentage. But when you're using tools, please ignore this into 100. But the formula, what you have given is right, 8 divided by 10. Now, if I want to give this 8 divided by 10 as a formula, can I give it like this? This on-time delivery equal to number of deliveries done on time divided by total number of deliveries or total number of orders. So instead of deliveries, I'll call number of orders delivered on time divided by total number of orders. You all agree that this is the formula to get on time delivery percentage? So percentage, don't worry, don't do n to 100. We'll change the percentage in Power BI. The formula is this. For on-time delivery percentage, it is just this. Number of orders done on time divided by total number of orders. If you have this, you will be getting the on-time delivery percentage. Now, I'm going to show you how to calculate this on-time delivery percentage, right? This on-time delivery percentage, all the four, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these four are going to be measures, right? So I'm going to tell you how to do this, and then the remaining things you can create on your own. Let's work on this. So everyone, please have a look. I'll go to modeling. I'll create a new measure, right? And let me write the formula for that, or let me give this measure. This is called as on-time delivery percentage, right? Have a look. It's return on-time delivery percentage. And the formula is, if you want to know the total number of orders delivered on time, you can use something like this. They have already taught this to you when we were doing this calculation of number of complaints or number of responses. When the data is in 1 and 0, if it is ones and zeros, you can just add it. If you use a sum function on it, if you use some function, you would be able to get the number of orders on time. See, if 1 means it's delivered on time, 0 means it's not on time. So when you look at the data, if you just use a sum, you get 3, which means 3 orders were delivered on time. So to get the total number of orders on time, you can say sum of on-time delivery. This is the column that will give you the on-time delivery divided by, to get the total number of orders, you can say count. You can go with count of order ID. Count of order ID would give you the total number of orders, because it will just count how many orders were there. Right? It will count how many orders were present, and sum of on-time delivery will count, or I won't say count, it will calculate the number of orders that were delivered on time. So this is the formula. What you see on the numerator is number of orders on time. What you see on the denominator is total number of orders. Guys, are you all clear on this formula? What I have mentioned here, are you guys clear on this formula? You can do it later, but tell me, is this clear, everyone? Any doubts in this? Yes, guys, please let me know if there are any doubts, because using this logic, you will be calculating all the other three also. Okay, since there is no response, I'm going to assume that you guys are clear on this. Please create this. Go to measure, modeling, create a new measure, and create this on-time delivery as a measure. Yeah, so I'm showing you the formula. Please work on this and create it as a measure. I'll give you all a minute. Do this. Once this is done, I'll give you time for you to work on the other parameters. Yeah, everyone, are you clear on this on-time delivery percentage? Can you confirm, have you done this? Yes, guys, have you done this? Please create a new measure. Don't create a new column. This should be a new measure. Okay, if you're done on this, calculate in full delivery percentage, OTIF delivery percentage, and total number of orders using DAX. So have a look at the chat. I've given you the question. See, using this on-time delivery percentage is calculated. We'll look at the value later, but on-time delivery percentage is calculated. Calculate in full delivery percentage, OTIF delivery percentage, and total number of orders using DAX. Guys, I'll give you time. I'll give you 5 minutes. Work on this. Calculate all the other three measures using a similar formula like this. Just think for a logic. I'll also be doing it from my end, but first I want you all to try. Guys, once again, I ask if you have any queries, please let me know. If you are clear on this, work on, creating the KPIs. Guys, you have 1 more minute. Try solving the question what I've given on the chat, and then I'll also give the solution. Has anyone done it? At least one, if not all the three, at least one. No one? Okay. Okay, have a look. If you have not done, I'm going to help you to work on this. We have on-time delivery percentage. This is done. We will now work on in full delivery percentage. So modeling, once again, a new measure. And I'm going to call this in full delivery percentage equal to. Once again, we'll be using sum, but this time instead of on time, we'll just select in full. Sum of in full delivery divided by count of order ID. So sum of orders of in full delivery divided by count of order ID. This will give you the in full delivery percentage. Right. And finally, we'll also be creating the on time in full. So I'll just call this OTIF delivery percentage equal to sum of OTIF delivery divided by count of order ID. So this is the formula for getting OTIF delivery. Out of 4 KPIs, 3 KPIs are done. We have on-time delivery, we have in full delivery, we have OTIF, on-time in full delivery. The last one is total number of orders. Right, we have this. Let's get the total number of orders. But before that, everyone, are you clear till this? Whatever I have done, all the 3 KPIs, are you all clear? Okay, how about others? Guys, are you clear? The last one, total number of orders, is very simple. We don't need to do any sum and all. We can just call total number of orders equal to count of order ID. This is nothing but the count of order ID. Don't use any other measure. Order ID is a unique ID. It's like the order ID that you make on Swiggy, Zomato, or any app. So we will just be counting it. Count of order ID. You can run this and you'll be getting the total number of orders. Now let's get all this one by one. I'll be getting this total number of orders. I'm going to make this as a card and I'll keep it somewhere here. Right, I'll be keeping this as a card and I'll have it here. The next one, I'll be having on-time delivery. We'll be having this on-time delivery. This also I'm going to have it as a card. So you guys should be getting this numbers. On-time delivery should be 0.65. In full delivery percentage should be 0.66. And the last one is OTIF, on time in full delivery. This should be 0.44. If you guys are getting any other number other than this, you should be making the changes. Just have a look at your data and make the changes properly. Guys, I'm going to give you all a couple of minutes. Make sure you get this total number of orders, on-time delivery percentage, in full delivery percentage, and on-time in full delivery percentage. Get all these four as cards, and then we will work a little bit on formatting this. We are going to format this a little bit. Please validate your numbers if these are proper, and then we will format. For now, let it be like this. Then we will format. To get the total number of orders, it is nothing but count of order ID, right? You can see that it is nothing but count of order ID. We are counting how many orders are there. Can we all move on? Have you verified your values? Okay, please check if your values are coming as same as mine. Now let's do a little bit of formatting. I'm going to select this 57K total number of orders. First, let's select this and then we'll move on to the others. I'll go to format visual. We have already learned how to format the visual. So I'll go to this call out value. Let it be 45, but the color I'm going to change. I'll give a dark blue color for the numbers. And for this, the display unit, I'm going to keep it as none. Right? Let's get the entire number. I don't want it to be 57K. I want the entire number. So to get that, you can do it in this display unit. Just make this display unit as none. Right? So this is over. In call out label, I'll be making it as 14, make it bold, and I'll be giving a color. Let's give this color. So I have given a color for the text. I have given a color for the number, and I'll also be adding under general effects. I'll also be adding a border, visual border. Right? So that there is a box, right? You can see that there is a box here. Now, this is the formatting that I have done. If you guys want, you can choose any formatting, but please format the card. Format one card for now, and then the remaining cards will be formatting it in a minute. Guys, I'll give you a minute. Please format it. When I say format, give a color, give borders. If you want, choose a background color. That's all up to you. Maybe I'll see if I can format on the background. Okay, I'm going to make under general background, I'm going to increase the transparency to 100%. So that you will be finding it here. Display unit is under call out value. You'll be getting this display units. Okay, everyone, I'm going to teach you all one technique and I want you to follow this. So you have your one card here, one card you have formatted. Now, if you are working with Power BI and you have created a dashboard, you should make sure that your cards are following the similar format, which means here it should not be different. The second card, it should not be different. It should be very similar to the first one. You cannot have a green color here, a red color here. So don't have different colors. Whatever format you have chosen for one KPI, that should be constant across the other KPIs. Now, I don't need to manually do this. I don't need to select this, see the values, go back here, select this. I don't need to manually do this. I'll teach you a trick that you can follow. See, I have one card that I have formatted. I'll select this card. I have formatted this. I have selected this card. You can see that under home, there is this option of format painter. Now this format painter is also there in Excel. You can click on this format painter. You can come to this second one. And if you select whatever formatting you have done for the first one will automatically be applied for the second one. I'll repeat what I have done. I'll select the first card. Under home tab, you have this format painter option. You can click on this. You can select the other card. Similarly, click on format painter and click on all the cards. Whatever format you have chosen for the first one, it will be applied for the other three also. Are you guys clear with format painter? What is the use of format painter? Okay. Guys, others, are you clear? I'm not getting a lot of responses. So let me know. I don't want you to be confused on, understanding these terms. All right, now let's do a little bit more editing here. Okay, Bhumita, which one you want me to repeat? Is it the format painter? Is it the format painter or the card? Okay, format painter. See, have a look here. Let's see, this card and this card, the formats are different. When I say format, the color is different. There is no border and so on. You don't need to manually select this card and you don't need to do the formatting. If you want the format of one visual to be the same as the next visual, select this, go to format painter and select this other card. When you click on the other card, whatever format you have given for the first chart will automatically be applied here. I hope you guys are clear on this. Anyone else, any doubts? Guys, I'll give you a minute more. If you have not done, please create these cards and then later we will be working on creating the charts. Okay, now see, these percentages are not making sense. 0.65, it actually means 65%. Right? If you are a technical person or if you're good at maths, you will know this. Right? 0.65 means 65%. 0.44 means 44%. 0.18 means 18%. So this is how you should be looking at the values. However, it's not very appealing. It's not looking the same. So to display this as percentage, now this is where the multiply by 100 comes. I specifically asked you not to multiply this value by 100 and I'm going to tell you why. Here you can select this on-time delivery on the right side where we have created the measure. Click on this, not the checkbox, but click on the name. Once you click on the name, you get this measure tools. On top, you get measure tools. In this, you just click the percentage. Under formatting, you can just click on percentage. And here you can see it automatically changes into a percentage. I'll repeat this. Click on the measure that you have created, the percentage value, not the column. So have a look here, like what is percentage and what is not the percentage. So select this percentage measure that you have created. Measure tools will be there on top. In this, select the percentage formatting. When you select it, it will be changed into a percentage. Like this, I'm going to change all the three. First one, I don't want it to be a percentage, but the remaining three is a percentage. So I'll select this. I'll select on time in full delivery and yeah, this one percentage, and I'll be clicking this as a percentage. Try this, everyone. Convert the values into percentages. Okay, I think we can all move on. Now, last bit of formatting on this cards is, can you see this? The space between these cards are unequal. See here, it's having a small space. It might be similar here, but here the space is bigger. In fact, between the cards, it's not spaced evenly. Do you guys agree that it's not spaced evenly? Every card, it's not arranged properly. Do you guys agree on that? Yes, right. Now, since it is not arranged properly, I don't want to manually do it. See, if I want to manually do this, let's say I make something like this. Now here the space is different. So the best way to arrange, right? The best way to give proper or equal spacing. This is also one more tip on Power BI that you can have in mind. Select this, select all the four cards by pressing the control icon, control key on your keyboard. You can select all the four different cards. And here, what you can do is, once you have selected all the four, go to format. You have an option called as align. So select all the four by pressing control key, go to format. Under align, you have an option that says distribute horizontally. Now, when you select this, when you select distribute horizontally, these values would be spaced properly, right? You can see that the values are spaced properly. In fact, if needed, I'll just move this to a little right, and then I'll be selecting all. Format, align, and distribute horizontally. When you do it, the space between every card will be equal. You don't need to do it manually. You can select all the cards, go to format, align, and distribute horizontally. Please work on this. Guys, please confirm once you have done till this. Your chart should look something like this with the proper formatting, with this proper spacing. The remaining part we will be doing, but everyone please confirm if you are with me till this point. Okay, now we have done with the KPIs, right? Let's move on and let's talk about the remaining three things. Top 5 customers based on order quantity as a bar chart, and top 5 products based on order quantity as a bar chart. The last one is city as a filter. Now we need to work on these three, right? Top 5 customers, top 5 products, and city as a filter. Now, once we start working on this, let's see how we can do that. For that, we need to load the remaining two values, right? We loaded only this order table. If you remember, we loaded all the three, but we removed. If you have not removed, great. Now it is time for me to load the customer and the product. So here I'll go to Excel workbook and I'll be loading this customer, and I'll also be loading the product. So once you have loaded the order and done all this, it's time for us to load the remaining two sheets or remaining two tables, whatever you want to call them. So Excel workbook, let customer get loaded, but in the meantime, okay, let the navigator. Okay, I'll select customers, I'll give load. So you can see that customers would be loaded here on the right side. Similar to that, I'll also be loading the product. Guys, I'll give you 2 minutes. Please load this, load the customer data into Power BI and load the product data into Power BI. If you have done, very good. If not, please do it. I'll give you all a couple of minutes. So you can see customers are loaded. Excel workbook. The last one is product. I'll click on product and I'm going to give. So select this products and you can give load. So for me, all the three data sets are loaded. Please load all the three data sets. Then we will work on a little bit of modeling. And finally, we'll be creating the charts. Okay, now here, once we have loaded all the three, there needs to be a connection between these tables. Because Power BI will not know that the customer is related to order and the order is related to product. These things Power BI will not be knowing. Sometimes you need to make that manual connection. So when you make a connection between two or more tables or two or more Excel files in Power BI, the concept is known as data modeling. So when you make more than one table connection, it's called as data modeling. And data modeling is very important because I'll tell you why. You will not be working with a single Excel file. Most of the times you'll be working with multiple Excel files. And since you're working with multiple Excel files, you should be able to know how to make the connections. Now let us understand how do we make the connection. For that, on the left side, you have an option called as model view. So we are currently in report view. We can go to table view and here you will be seeing the three tables. Yesterday, I showed you only the orders. Now let me show you the customer. Customer will have the customer ID, the name of the customer and the city in which they are from, which city they are from. Similar to that, if you click on product, you have the name of the product, you have the product ID, and you have what kind of product. Whether is it a dairy product, is it a food, or is it a beverage? You have this option. And when you go to orders, something interesting you will be noting. Here in products, you can see we have product ID. In customer, you can see we have customer ID. When you open orders, you will actually be having both customer ID and product ID is present. Now keep in mind, you will be able to make a connection, or you will be able to create a data model in Power BI only when there is a common column between the two tables that you are connecting. For example, if you want to connect, or if you want to create a data model between customers and orders, you should actually have a column that is present in both. If you want to make a connection between order and product, you should have a column that is present in both. So here in products, you can see we have product ID that is also present in orders, product ID. Clear till this? I'll tell you how to create the model, but are you guys clear till this point? So you can go on to this third button, which is called as model view. And when you go to model view, sometimes the connection would already be made. Sometimes we need to make it. So here, if you have a look, the connection is already created. But I'm going to tell you what if the connection is not created, right? What if you don't have the connection? I'm going to tell you that. So you can go to model view, and here, if you see between orders and product, the common ID is product ID, right? Now, if you click on this line automatically Power BI has taken, and you can see the product ID is highlighted because these two are the one that is connected, product ID from orders and product ID from product. Here in customers, if you click on the line, customer ID is the common one. Now let us assume the connection is not made. If you want to delete a connection, just select this line, click on delete. Right? It will ask you, do you want to delete relationship? Just give yes, and it will be deleted. Now I'll tell you why. Why am I doing this? I will teach you how to make this connection. Sometimes Power BI will not be able to do the connection. You should be the one to work on it. So how would we work on this? How would we work on order and customers? The common ID is customer ID here and customer ID here. So select this customer ID, drag it, and you can drop it on this customer ID. Right? It will give you an option like this. You don't need to make any change, just give save. I'll repeat this. Select the customer ID or whatever is your common column, select it, drag it, and drop it here on customers. You'll be getting this, just give save, and the line would be formed. The connection would be created. See, for you, it will already be there. So you don't need to delete and do it, but just understand how to do it, right? If you're working on this, you will be able to understand. Guys, any doubts till this point? Okay. Perfect. Now that the connections are made, we can easily select multiple values. So I'll tell you what we would be doing. We'll be creating the two charts here, and we will also be creating the slicer. Now, I don't want to do it today. So what you guys can do is you can save this. As usual, you can save this file, and we will be working on this tomorrow. I'll give you the idea like what we will be doing. Tomorrow we'll be creating two bar charts and we'll be creating the slicer. These two would be done. And after that, we'll also be learning a few more. Guys, a few points here. Tomorrow is the last class of Power BI. You all would be having projects for this course. So you would be given a data set and you would be given some questions. You need to work on Power BI to solve those questions. Right? You need to create a chart. You need to create a graph. Like you need to do all those things and using DAX, using filters, like whatever we have learned. And you will be creating a dashboard. This is a part of your project, and you will be getting the certification only if you complete the project, only if you clear the project. And one point that I would like to tell you here is, if you think you can get the answers from someone else, right? Someone, your friend might be doing, and if you're uploading their file, let's say Kaushik is someone who is copying the file from someone else, right? Student A. Student A and student B will be marked 0 and they'll be not eligible for certificate. So please don't copy someone else's answer. This is first one. And don't share your answers. If you're sharing your answers, you will also be marked 0. You will also be not eligible for certificate. So I want you all to do it on your own. The project, all the project details would be shared tomorrow. Don't worry. And I hope you guys would be working on the projects. But for today's session, just save your file. Whatever you have worked on, just do a Control-S. It will automatically be saved. And tomorrow we will work on the bar chart and we'll work on the slicer. Guys, any doubts till this point? Any doubt on your project also, you can ask me. Please let me know if you have any doubts. So that is something that we will be learning tomorrow. What is the purpose of model view? Model view is for getting it is just for making connection between different table. I'll show you tomorrow what is the use of it. Right. I'll share this recorded session and the feedback form. Both have been shared on your chat. You can refer to this. Any other doubts, anyone? Guys, if you have any queries, you can let me know. As I said, not only on what we have learned, if you have questions on project also, you can let me know. Okay, if recorded videos are not uploaded, please ask your Sunstone team. They will be the one to help you on this. All right, so with that, we come to the end of today's session. Thanks everyone for joining. Guys, please join tomorrow's session. As I said, is the last one. I'll also be giving you details about the project, so please make sure that you join. Right, thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good night and let's meet tomorrow.